Hey folks, thanks for joining Junction City today. I'm your host, Craig B. I got my better half over here, Farrell Lafferty.
Your better half?
Yeah,
that
really.
implies we're married, Craig.
Oh, well, I'm sorry about that.
Well, we are, but not to each other.
We're not married. Yeah, we actually are married, but to other people. Yeah. I just mean I like to have Farrell on the show because that keeps things rolling right along. We want to thank
you.
We want to thank Pepsi for providing us with sponsorship and beverages for our cast and crew to consume. But the reason you're turning in today is to learn about our guest. And this is Lauren Argo, who I met a little while ago. Lauren's great. She's a nice person. We've had a lot of good conversations. We're here to talk about an Ogden asset that you probably didn't know about, and that's Argo House, right? Do you know about Argo House?
I do not.
You really? He thinks it's a fish restaurant or something.
Argo House.
We're going over to Argo House.
That's a good idea.
Well, now's your chance to learn all about it.
That's right, and you're here to tell us about it. So let's just start with the basics. First off, who is Lauren Argo?
Well, I am Lauren Argo. I am the owner of Industrial Art and Design and also the Argo House. And Industrial Art and Design is a product design and also custom fabrication company. And about 2.5 years ago, we decided to look for a place to set up shop for our fabrication side of our business. We like to build prototypes and things for the clients that we do industrial design for. And so when we were looking around, we found this old building in Ogden, and it's on 529 25th Street. And it was actually an abandoned former alcohol rehabilitation facility, former mortuary.
Oh, Farrell knows it. Farrell knows where that is.
Home of John Boyle, built it back in late 1800s. And we contacted the owner, who the building was currently for sale. We contacted the owner, and we convinced him to let us use the garage of the building for our fabrication.
Okay, so
studio.
what are you fabricating? What does that mean?
So we build anything from custom chandeliers to little 3D prints for a person's invention, or anything basically that someone want to get made either in preparation for manufacturing or simply as a one-off object that they want either for their home or for their business.
Okay. So if Farrell wanted to motorize his 1966 Stingray bicycle or something like that, you could help him with that, right?
Potentially, yeah. We aren't an auto body shop or, specifically built for engines, but we definitely can help make you something that maybe doesn't exist.
Oh, well, he'd want to do the engine, right, Farrell? But,
absolutely.
But what he'd want is some sweet airfoils on the back.
Yeah, there we
some
go.
Lift. And
maybe you could help design me some exhaust or something.
Potentially, yeah, we can talk about that.
So that's how Argo House started, but then it grew, right?
Yeah, well, and so we had this shop and we had the garage and we fixed it up ourselves, and then we were like, what are you doing with this house? Mike Brenny was the owner. And he said, well, I don't know, it's for sale. No one seems to be wanting to buy it. And we were like, the price was right, and we just had this vision of what we could turn it into, because as transplants here from Georgia, my husband and I were partners from Georgia.
And when you say we, you're talking about your husband, right?
Yeah, when I say we're transplants from Georgia, and we were slowly building our network of people that we can do business with, either to collaborate, to successfully do projects that we couldn't do on our own, or just to network in order to grow our business. And so we thought, hey, we were in Startup Ogden before, and we saw that model of selling desk space for people, and we thought, wouldn't it be great if this was a house with separate office spaces that were filled with businesses that were complementary to our own business. And so we came up with this idea of a design colony. And in that design colony could be a place where people could do business. They could incubate their business and grow by combining efforts with their Inwit network, but they could also just operate their business and have a really nice place to bring their clients. And so we came with this idea of the design colony. We combined that with an event space in the building. And we filled it with people that were in our network that were looking for office space, but we still have office space available to grow our network. And we want it to be any kind of business, really. It doesn't necessarily have to be an artistic business per se, but we want it to be businesses that take a creative approach in business and could find value in collaborating with others that
Wonderful.
have complementary skill sets. Because individually,
Yeah.
we can be successful, but together, our combined efforts, we can pursue audacious projects.
Right. I love what you're doing, and I should mention that the photo right behind us is an actual photo of the space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so your location is just a little east of the Forest Service building there on 25th Street,
Mm-hmm.
in an area that I mean, it was a little rundown,
Mm-hmm.
probably, but there's a lot of activity in that area right now to rebuild everything, make it look nice, and you're part of that. And,
Yeah.
And thank you. High fives for that. What do you think, Farrell? Let's get our
Yeah,
town.
for sure.
Let's get our town back, man. Get it looking good.
Well, just not to interrupt you, Farrell,
Oh,
but
no, you're
we're
fine.
actually in the center of the Nine Rails district. Ogden newly designated the area between Wall and Madison and 24th and 26th as the Nine Rails
I
Creative
think we've
District.
talked about that before, actually.
We've had a guest on here talking about Nine Rails, and so that's great.
And I'm the new Nine Rails District Liaison.
Oh, wow. We need to have you back and just talk about Nine Rails.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah,
Plain
and
and
our
simple.
goals of the
Yeah.
Argo House certainly align with the Nine Rails District goals in that we want to help facilitate the economic growth and development and make art more of a prominent station in Ogden and have a voice and have that be combined with the workshop efforts, the efforts to have art be more visible and present in town, because we're mission driven as well as economically driven. We definitely put a certain amount of our program back into the town and allow it to be programmed for arts free of charge.
This is good. This is all good stuff.
Art Action is their new headquarters is at the Argo House. Art Action does monthly workshops, or actually basically talks for the community, free of charge. And it's a range of different topics, but they focus on monetizing the art and industry and things like that. And it's really, really fascinating.
This is cool. So this is kind of a weird question, but why did you guys choose Utah? I mean, you're from
Yeah.
Georgia. Did you throw a dart or something on the
almost.
border? I mean, had you been here? Did you know about
Almost
the area?
no, I had no idea about the area before I moved here.
You moved here because Farrell was here, right? He's like,
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's
Well,
like,
we Googled where's the coolest place to live, and Utah came up. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It didn't, but
oh, well, I think it should, but
Yeah.
well, it should. You're right. You would think
Yeah.
because it is seriously
Yeah.
one of the coolest places. And not that I've been everywhere, but I've been a lot of places, and Utah's
Right,
pretty phenomenal. We wanted to have access to the mountains. We wanted to have a low cost of living. The living score here is, one of the best in the nation.
Yeah.
And so we had a list of a few places we want to check out, and 2 out of the top 5 were in Utah. And so we sold all our stuff, moved into a RV, and started traveling and went to all these different places, and then decided after spending time there and existing and talking to people and being in the culture, we decided that Ogden, Utah specifically was where we wanted to call home.
right on.
Well, yeah, that's a good thing to hear, because some people think that like people in Utah are snooty or snobby. I hear that a lot. People like, "You're from Utah," and of course the first question is always, the church. Why are you LDS?
Right.
And
Yeah.
it's like, why do people just focus on that? Because Utah does have a lot of really cool things.
Well, yeah, I think that's what Utah's famous for, right?
Right.
Is the church in a way, and
Sure.
and it has so much more
Right.
than that.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
bonus, icing on the cake.
I'm excited for you guys to be here. Now, people out there are probably watching. Somebody is saying, "Hey, I want to get in on this." How do they
Absolutely.
do it?
Visit
How do they do it?
the argohouse.co.
Okay.
And so not only do we have offices for lease, but we also have one office that's specifically set aside for a small business who maybe don't want a full-time office, but want to be able to either by the hour or for a membership for a fixed fee. If you get a membership, it ends up being $10 an hour to have a private office that you can invite clients to, use a conference room space, things like that. But we also have the event space that's available for hourly rentals as well, and memberships.
That's cool.
And we want organizations to be able to utilize the space and have it be help make the community vibrant.
Yeah. Is this going well for you?
Yes, it is.
Good.
Yeah, it is.
So You say like artists and stuff. I am not an artist. I'm not even talented a little bit, but I want to go down and hang out with talented people.
Yeah,
Is there
absolutely.
like you said they have talks and not talks? What
Yeah, so we have
presentations?
we have programming.
He's asking, do you have like a hangout fee or something
Yeah, right,
like
yeah.
that? So
I
you
want to
can
hang out
just
with
come
cool
over.
people. I want to,
Yeah. Well, I definitely think that if you wanted to spend time there on a regular basis and say, hey, maybe I wanted to spend 20 hours a month there, then you would get a membership to the office, right? And then you could either hang out in our common areas, which we have many of those. We have courtyard, we have patios, we have outdoor seating, all kinds of interesting places like that, conference space, our think tank we have. So yeah, if you wanted to be a part of the community, you wanted to be a part of the house, but you didn't necessarily want to have like a full-time office there, then I would definitely say membership route is definitely the way to go.
that would be great because like when my family comes into town, I can go rent a space and tell them, look, I've made it. I got my own office. I got
Yeah.
these people that I hang out with.
You
I'm
can
doing
get away
great.
from them. You know, you got a place you can get away from besides the doghouse. Farrell's
That's
got another
right.
place to sleep now.
Oh, that's a good idea. Because I'm in trouble with my wife a lot.
And it
hard to
starts
tell.
at $100 a month. Who can't afford
Can't
that?
beat that. Yeah.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you can't-
There you go. That's about the price of one room at the Lazy Z where he usually goes for that time. Well, in case you doubted it, you've been watching Junction City Today with Craig and Farrell, the host. Our guest, Lauren Argo, the Argo House in downtown Ogden, doing great things. If you need office space, if you want a creative space, get in touch with them. Here's the website again, right here. argohouse.co, not .com, because Craig thought .com too, but it's
Yeah, crazy on
.co.
that.
And Lauren Argo, we're going to have you on again because there's a lot to talk about here.
Thanks, Craig.
Yeah, thank you. Farrell, say goodbye.
Goodbye.